Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Well, good morning if you're in this area, but good afternoon if you're in Europe, and good early evening if you're in Central Asia and the Middle East. And hey, good evening if you are, where are you? In Asia. Welcome to this live English lesson. My name is Michael, and I am very happy to be here to spend another live English lesson with you live on YouTube. Da, 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 da. How's it going? It's going all right. It's going all right. Thank you so much for spending the time to join me here today. I see that Stacy and Lali and Fab were here early. Welcome. Naoko, Mie, all the usual suspects. Excellent. Very, very excellent. I'm glad to have this opportunity to spend time with you today. Yay! And give yourselves, I put on a shirt. Yes, I did. And all of a sudden, the camera thinks it's a different color. Hold on. See, if I do that, now you see that it's a blue shirt. Rajan, hi. Moasir. Hi, hello. Yes. I did put on a shirt now that I'm dressed. Ooh, see that? And the color just disappeared. Oh, this camera is really, really annoying me. That's okay. Hi, Monica. Hello, Echo. Well, it is Monday, and therefore, we have to start with a question. And my question to you is, did you study English over the weekend? And if yes, what did you study? What did you learn this weekend? Hello, Ochan. Did you learn any new, any new grammar? Any new idioms or phrasal verbs? What did you study this weekend? Use that in a sentence. Use that in a sentence. Let me know what you studied in English over the weekend. Can you please pronounce this word? Carolina. 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 Hello, Gladys. Hi, Tammy. Maher, so that's how an American would say that. Probably somebody from Spain or somebody who speaks Spanish would say Carolina. Carolina. But I say Carolina. Hello from Uzbekistan. Hello, Ded, D-E-D. Hope I pronounced that correctly. What did you study this weekend? What did you learn this weekend? I learned some new grammar. Excellent. A newbie got yelled at by his boss. He was asleep at the wheel during the meeting. From your Instagram story. Excellent. Excellent. Asleep at the switch. Good. I learned a lot of stuff on YouTube videos from other English teachers. Good for you. This weekend, any old how. Any old how. Any old how. I'm not sure if I know that one. Any old how. Maybe you mean, that could be a British phrase. In America, in American English, we say, oh, any old thing is okay. So, what are you going to wear to what should I wear to the party? Oh, any old thing is fine. So nothing specific. Any old how, on not a specific order. I've never heard that phrase. That must be British. Asit, hello. I learned he was out of his gourd. Out of his gourd. So out of someone's gourd, Mie. That means crazy. What are you, out of your gourd? Are you out of your gourd? A gourd is a kind of pumpkin. I learned the vocabulary to wear off. The marker is starting to wear off. Ochan, thank you for the example. Stacy says, I studied vocabulary reading an English new article. Yes, it's good to do that. Reading is a good way to study. Yep. Yep. Ahmad, hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. I don't think I learned any new vocabulary this week, but I learned about Sennorikyu, who was the person who started the Japanese tea ceremony, or one of the founding fathers of that. To be out of his mind, be out of his gourd, out of his mind. Ahmad, thank you. Welcome. Thanks for joining today. Today we're going to talk about will. Will. That's going to be on the plan today. Please recommend for a TV series. So a TV series that I recommend is not a police drama, okay? Because a police drama has a lot of action scenes, okay? What you want is something where people are just talking. So Friends is my number one choice. My voice is low. Is it? Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me okay? The number one recommendation I have for a TV program is Friends. A little bit old, but good for English practice. Modern Family is good. Big Bang Theory is good. Anything that you're interested will help you. So if you're going to use, thanks Tammy, Fab, thanks. Now, if you're going to use a TV series to help you study English, you need to enjoy that series. Full House, excellent. Sude, thank you, appreciate that. It's got to be something that you're into, right? I might say you should watch Friends and you think, oh, but Michael, that's boring. They don't even have cell phones. That's 20 years old. Fine. Then don't do that. But the best thing is some kind of a situation comedy or a comedy drama, not a police drama. So CSI or something like that is not going to help you, or Breaking Bad. I don't know if there's a lot of action scenes there. So find something you're interested in and use that and stick with that, because that'll give you the most motivation, right? I've said this before. Everyone here is a busy adult, right? You're not a high school kid anymore. I mean, maybe there's a high school kid watching, but most of us are adults. And if you're an adult, it means you've got a job, maybe you've got a family, or you've got things going on in your life. So the amount of time that you can dedicate to learning English is limited. So use that time in the most effective way. And the most effective way is find a TV show or a TV drama that you like, a TV series that you like. That's the best thing. I understand I have great grammar. I can't speak. Asude, you have to speak. That's how you handle it. Keep speaking. And if you don't have a partner to speak with, find the app Hello Talk. You can find a language partner there. So you've got to speak, or speak to yourself. I prefer listening to you, a real conversation. I'm a 51 years old kid. Right. I'm a year old kid. Thanks, Fab. I'm older than you, though. Sweet Magnolias, My Mad Fat Diary. Perfect. Right. Whatever you're into. Whatever you're into. And then use that. And then go to Google and type in, for example, Sweet Magnolias script, or My Mad Fat Diary script, or Friends script. And you'll find websites that have the script all written out. It's like the captions in a document. And that's a great study tool. So that's my advice. That's my advice. I have a question. I saw this phrase. I was thinking why they use the past tense instead of the present perfect. The incident was the deadliest since what happened in 2020. I think they do that, Asit, because they want to focus on that one point in time. And it depends on who said that. Because in American English, we tend to use the simple past. You are from? I am from the United States, New York to be exact. So, for example, hey, are you hungry? No, I've already eaten. Hey, are you hungry? No, I already ate. Americans tend to use the simple past. Which do you recommend, a TV series or movies? I like to watch movies in English. Well, again, a movie is 2 hours about. A movie is about 2 hours of English, and in most movies there are scenes where nobody's talking, right? It's a scene, you hear music, you see that, but there's no conversation. That's why I personally prefer a TV series. But again, it's whatever you're into. I have anyone to speak with. I have no one to speak with. Lolly lolly, that works better. I speak to myself. That's not an idiot. That's not an idiot. That's good. That's what I did when I was first learning Japanese. I spoke to myself. Okay, so take a look in what I wrote in the comments. In Google, you type in Modern Family Season 1 script or Friends Season 1 script. You will find a lot of websites that have the script all written out. Okay? And it's usually free, and it's usually done by fans. I speak with my Canadian friends at Starbucks. Awesome, good practice. What is an idiom? An idiom is a group of words, it's a phrase, where the meaning is different than the meaning of the words. For example, a pain in the neck. A pain in the neck. My boss is a pain in the neck. Now, a pain in the neck seems like a medical problem. Oh, my neck hurts. No. The phrase, my boss is a pain in the neck, means my boss bothers me. She's annoying. Okay? So it's a phrase where the words don't have the same meaning. Where the meaning of the phrase is different than what the words written down look like. This morning in the other live lesson in Hello Talk, I said a green thumb. If you have a green thumb, this is your thumb. If you have a green thumb, it means you're good at gardening. It does not mean that your thumb is the color green. I knew you'd appreciate that. Excuse me. Pardon me. Why doesn't your live video have subtitle? Ahmad, because if I put the subtitles on in this live video, there's going to be a very, 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 very long delay. Right now, there's about a 10 or 15 second delay between what I say and when you hear it. And I've tried it with the subtitles, and it doesn't work. The subtitles make the video slow and it causes a lot of problems. I love YouTube, but the technology is not perfect yet. So try. All right, today I want to talk about will. By the way, I will post this document when we're done. So why don't I have that there? Let me see if I can pop that in there. Hang on one second. There we go. All right. So if you go to up here, if you go to myhappyenglish.com/YouTube, you will be able to download this document. I'll throw that in the chat too. There is also a link below this video and all of my live videos. Okay? But keep in mind that on my website, this is kind of like a secret thing. There's no button. You have to type that. You have to go to my website, put the /YouTube, you put in your name and your email, and then you can download this document absolutely free. Plus, you have access to all of the live lesson handouts like this one since the first week of December, which means now it's June, 6 months, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. I've been doing this for 6 months, and thank you everyone for being with me for 6 months here on YouTube every Monday. I don't think I've missed a Monday. No, literally. Glarich. I'm not sure what that means. All right. So, will. Let's talk about will, shall we? As a noun, okay, because we use the word will as a noun. Will means your desire, your determination to do something. My will. It is now my will. It is my will to open the window. Just a moment. Oh, it's open. My God. All right, sorry for the delay there. I had to open the windows. That was my will. It was my desire. I'm back. It is the will of all people to live a happy life. That's our will. That's our desire, regardless of the difficulty. A business owner has the will to succeed. The will, the strong desire. A marathon runner has the will to finish the race. Hello, Max. I guess you have a strong will to improve your English. Hey, buddy. Hi. Look who's here. Hello. Say hello to the people. Say hello, Max. Hi, Max. What's the matter, little buddy? Oh, thank you. I'm busy now. I can't play with you. This is Max. That's Max. Say hello, Max. Okay. You need to go outside, right? Go downstairs and talk to Aunt Lori or somebody, okay? I can't play with you now. Everybody wants to study English. Okay? He's needy. Yes, that's my coworker. He's my coworker, good boy. Thank you. He is my coworker. He's a good boy. Good boy, Max. Thanks, buddy. Max has a will to join this lesson. All right. Also, since you guys are talking about it, a will is a legal document that says who will receive your property after you die. And as who said that? Lolly said, will as a noun can also be a testament. That's right. And they call that your last will and testament. Okay. I wonder why I wasn't mentioned in Grandma's will. Lolly was right. So as a noun, the word will has these two meanings, okay? A will, or the will, is a document. It's a legal document that says when you die, who's going to get all your stuff. I should put Max in my will. Okay, so that's will. And then will is your strong desire. LQ Boljan. I speak English and learned it by watching TV series, not textbook. I'm sure I make a lot of mistakes while speaking. Doesn't it bother natives? No. Nobody cares if you make a mistake, as long as we can communicate. That's a really, 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 really important concept. So I'm going to take a moment and address this. Nobody cares if you make a mistake, as long as there's no miscommunication, right? That's different. If you said, tomorrow I went shopping, something's wrong there. Okay? Because that's clearly, that would be a miscommunication. Or, but it doesn't bother people. Okay? We don't care. And right now, in the 21st century, because we're all connected with the internet, native speakers have a lot more contact with English learners than before. Plus, more and more people are speaking English. Everybody speaks with a certain accent or a certain style. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother us when we hear a mistake. And don't let it bother you, because like Tammy said, we learn from our mistakes. Your last mistake is your best teacher. How about saying, I am willing to blah, 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 blah. Coming. That's coming. Be willing to. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But I wanted to talk about these two uses of will as a noun. Okay? It is the will of the people to lead a happy life. That's your desire. And your will is the document where you leave your cats. Thank you, Elena, for sharing that. Even natives make mistakes speaking their language. That's true. Willpower. Right. Willpower. Oh, I didn't put that in here. Willpower is your ability to resist temptation. If you're trying to go on a diet and you see chocolate donuts, do you have the willpower to not eat a chocolate donut? All right. Let's talk about will in other cases as a verb. As a verb. I agree with Tammy. Lolly lolly, coming soon. As a verb, we use will when we talk about the future, but, and I mentioned this last week in another live lesson, we use will when there isn't a set plan. Okay? Because of that, it's common to use words like maybe or perhaps. Oops, wrong button. It's going to rain this weekend. Maybe I'll stay home and clean the garage. Maybe I'll stay home and clean the garage. Maybe I'll do that. I have no plans for my trip to Miami. Maybe I'll just spend a week on the beach. Maybe. Okay? What are you doing this weekend? And you might answer like this. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay home and relax. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay home and relax. Okay, so when you use will, it's a good idea to use maybe. I don't know. I will celebrate my husband's birthday this weekend. Tammy, is that a plan? That's my question. Because if you have a plan, don't use will. Then you can't use will. I'm going to celebrate my husband's birthday this weekend. It's a plan. Okay, all together now. Use will to talk about the future when we don't have a set plan. Use will to talk about the future when we don't have a set plan. Use will to talk about the future when we don't have a set plan. Don't have a set plan. Use will. So, and I hear this all the time. People say, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, my friend will get married and I will go to the wedding. That just sounds really weird. That sounds really weird. Your friend will get married and you will go to the wedding. You mean my friend is going to get married and I am going to go to the wedding. Okay? Use be going to or gonna. I'm going to go to a wedding. When you use will, you decide something during a conversation. Ochan, that's correct, and that's coming up. Thank you. We can say, I am celebrating my birthday tomorrow. Yes, you can use, if you have a plan, If you have a plan, you can use I am going to celebrate my birthday tomorrow, or I'm celebrating my birthday tomorrow. Either one. Toshi, thank you so much. Highly appreciate that. So didn't we talk about that? We should do that. I'll do a lesson on the future. But I'll do this in longhand. So I am going to go shopping. Be going to plus a verb for the future. When it's a plan. When it's a plan. I am going shopping. Okay? Be plus ing. Hang on one second. Hello? No. I'm working now. I can't talk. I'm working. I'm working. Be plus ing. I'm working right now. But I'm working tomorrow. So you can use be plus ing to talk about right now, and you can use be plus ing to talk about a future plan. But if you don't have a plan, it's got to be will. It's got to be will. I'm going back to Toronto tomorrow. That's a plan. Maybe it will rain. There is all set for a good rain. Maybe I'll study English and play with my dog at home this weekend. Stacy, nice plan. Nice plan. I don't know, maybe I'll chill at home and catch up on some videos I've recorded. Good. The weather looks nice. Maybe I'll go for a walk this evening. Thanks, Fly. I'm going to go to the group training at the gym on June 14th. Right. Roxana, thank you. Much appreciated. Okay? And if you go to my website, you can, I have a lot of lessons about using the future like this. Also, if you want to go to my website, you can you go here and you can download this document, but not now, when we're done. myhappyenglish.com/YouTube. I'm going to play table tennis as always. Maybe I will have some drinks. Right. So, Michael, how can I sound more native? Well, that's easy. Use maybe, or I don't know, when you use will. So Mie said, I'm going to play table tennis as always. That's a plan. Maybe I will have some drinks with the team afterwards. Right. But I am going to play table tennis as always. I will have some drinks. Native English speakers usually, when we use will, we say maybe. Will and maybe is like coffee and cream, or like pizza and beer, or gin and tonic, or salt and pepper, or burgers and fries. It's always together. Is that a grammar rule, Michael? No. That's how we naturally talk. Maybe I'll have some drinks tomorrow. Native speakers usually use will plus maybe. Yes, Ochan. Correct. Make sense? That's how we usually talk. And so they don't teach you this. They don't teach you this in the grammar books. All right? But What are you doing tomorrow? I will go shopping. That sounds very unnatural. That sounds like a textbook. If you have a plan, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, I'm going shopping. Or, oh, I'm going to go shopping. That's with a plan. If you don't have a plan, I don't know, maybe I'll go shopping. If you use will, please use maybe. If you use will, use maybe. In this context, when you talk about your future plans, okay? Not every situation with will, okay? As you'll see. Because earlier, Ochan said this. We use will when we decide something at the moment of speaking. Ooh, someone's at the door. I'll get it. I'll get it. I decided at that moment. Can somebody answer the door? Sure, I will. Answer the door. Okay? When somebody knocks on the door and you go to the door and you open the door, you answer the door. It's the same thing when somebody calls on the telephone, you answer the phone. All right? Elena, that's right. Maybe I will. So in this case, you don't use maybe. It's a different context. Can somebody answer the door? Maybe I will. That's weird. All right? We use maybe plus will when we talk about a plan. Ring, ring. I'll get it. Hello? Da, 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 da. The phone rings. I'll answer it. Right. You say that in the office all the time. I don't know, sometimes nowadays the phone is answered by machines, but it depends on your office. Right? But if you order pizza delivery and you hear ding dong, oh, I'll get it. Because you don't plan that in advance, right? Okay, when the pizza guy comes for delivery, I am going to answer the door. That's weird, okay? So when you decide something at the moment of speaking, right? In the classroom, the teacher says, okay, class, let's review the homework. Question number 1, who would like to give the answer for question 1? Oh, I'll give the answer. Right. Someone's coming, I'll give them drinks. Perfect, right. When you decide something at the moment of speaking. So can somebody answer the door? I answer the door. We don't say. I will also participate in group lessons. Thanks, Toshi. Thanks for participating in this lesson. Okay? Answer the phone, but not the door. I know. But think about this. Fab is fabulous. Answering the door came before answering the telephone. And I don't know the history of that vocabulary, but perhaps in the old days, somebody would knock on your door and they would give a question. Is this the English teacher's house? Oh, I'll answer the door. Maybe that's why. I don't know why. But, people have answered the door for hundreds of years. We've only answered the phone for about 120 years or so. So that's that. So again, when you decide something at the moment of speaking, you can use will. Use will to make requests in situations where you need or want to be direct. Okay? Sometimes you feel irritated or annoyed, or sometimes you feel, you have to be direct. Okay? You can use will. So if somebody is talking too much, you can say to them, you can ask, will you stop talking, please? That's a very direct way of saying, be quiet, please. Please stop talking. Okay? Or parents talk to their kids, and parents say, will you turn off the TV? Nobody's watching it. Okay? When you want to be direct, you can use that. Stacy says, I'll eat some chocolate cookies for late night snacks after this live. Is that a plan, Stacy, or is that maybe? Because if it's not a plan, if it's a plan, use going to, Stacy, and if it's not a plan, then say maybe I'll eat some chocolate cookies. Will you shut up and get lost? Right. Thank you, Fly. Ochan, it sounds like you're irritated. That's right. We use this when you're irritated. Somebody's bothering you. Will you stop talking, please? I often look out the window and I say, will you stop whistling, please? Because the guy's always whistling. Will you stop whistling? So yes, when you want to be direct. Now, I've heard that people say, oh, Americans are very direct. No, we're not. We're not direct when we need to scold somebody or, or disagree with somebody. Can you not talk? Is also a direct way of saying, yes, Naoko, thanks for sharing that. Can you not do that? Will you get back to work instantly? Said the boss, who was angry in the workplace. My mom sometimes said, will you clean up your room? That's right. Right. So there's a nuance there. If you hear that, if somebody says it like that to you, there's a nuance that they're angry. Absolutely. Yeah. Or they're irritated. Ochan says, I didn't know that. See, it's a good thing you came to this lesson. As you know, my second language is Japanese. And I started studying Japanese 30 years ago. And I've had some really good lessons, and I've had some really not good lessons. And for me, what makes a lesson not good is it's not practical. It's not real. It's not information I can use right now. And so I try really hard to give you advice that you can use right now. It's real. This is how we talk. I did a lesson the other day or last week on Instagram about, you don't know how busy I've been. B-E-E-N is pronounced as been in American English. And somebody said, the Oxford Dictionary says that I have been and I have been, both pronunciations are acceptable. Yeah, that's a dictionary. If you want to study with a dictionary, then you don't need me. I'm here to tell you how people really talk. So, and if you're that person and you're watching this live, sorry. Okay. And since we're talking about being direct, I hope to hear the answer, will you marry me, from a good-looking man? Ooh. Any good-looking men here? No one here but us. All right, so let's take a moment and talk about will and would. Will you shut up and get lost? Fly said. Would you shut up and get lost? I think shut up is too strong anyway, but would is a very, Stacey, I knew what you meant. Will is very direct, whereas would is indirect, okay? And indirect is often more polite. So, would you send me the invoice? That sounds much more polite than, will you send me the invoice? Okay? So, will you, blah, 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 is very direct. Whereas, would you let me know your phone number? Will you let me know your phone number or not? Sounds like I'm very angry. Okay? So we use would. Would is much more direct. That's how you know it's live. Would is more indirect. Okay? More polite sounding. Would you help me move this desk? Would you help me move this desk? That sounds more polite than, will you help me move this desk? Okay. With will, it sounds like I'm really angry or irritated. All right. That's the difference. Okay. Thanks, Ochan. Would you turn off the TV, please? Will you turn off that TV? Facial expression. All right, let's move on. Will you, okay, we use will you when we ask someone about their wishes or about their plan. Okay? And this happens, excuse me one moment. This happens when you're at a restaurant or a bar. The bartender says, so what'll you have? Or the bartender says, so what do you have? I want a new boss. Okay? No will, would, no would. Just send me the invoice. Okay, yeah, that's possible too. I can't believe your boyfriend was cheating on you. Will you break up with him? Right? Or, ooh, your boss asked you to transfer to another branch. What will you do? What will you do? I'll transfer any place that boss is not there. So I'm not asking about your future plans. I'm asking about what are your wishes, or what are your thoughts in the situation, right? I can't believe it. Oh. Will you break up with him? How you doing there, E? Thanks, Fab. What will you do? Okay. The next one happens more in writing than in speaking. But we use will when we give a rule or an order. When we give rules and orders. So the teacher will read the school rules, and the teacher says, all students will wear a uniform to school. Or, all employees will submit their sales reports no later than 5 p.m. on Friday. They will. Okay? So that's for a rule or for an order. Will you apply for the job? Right. Right. So when you want to ask, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to that for a second. When you want to ask somebody about, somebody has a situation, you want to know what they're thinking to do. You can say, what will you do? Will you, there's a, the company's looking for a new manager. Will you apply for the job? There's no way we can get all of these nuanced uses of will elsewhere. No. Thank you, Asit. Come here. Come here for all of the good information. Can we use the simple tense instead of will? For rules. Yeah, you can say all students must wear a uniform to school. All students need to wear a uniform to school. That's possible. There are other ways, but we do use will in a very, very, like when there's a rule and the rule comes from the authority, right? So when the policeman stops your car because you went too fast, the police might say, and next time you will observe the speed limit. Or the judge might say that. We will make sure to wash our hands. Norbus, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We will make sure to wash our hands carefully and gargle before entering the office. Is that a rule? Is that a rule, Naoko, in your office? Hey, thank you for everyone who sent a tip. I really appreciate that. Will. Okay, and by the way, I'll say this again. You can go to myhappyenglish.com/YouTube and you can download this document. Gargle is when you put some water or liquid here and you go, that's gargle. What will you do to persuade your parents? Right. Stacy, what'll happen? What will happen, Stacy? Somebody says, will you marry me? But your parents don't like him. What will you do to persuade your parents? All right. Here's another case when we talk about will. When someone is ready or not ready to do something, right? You hear this all the time if you go to a clinic. The doctor will see you now, right? You go to the clinic and you register at the front desk, and then you sit down and you read the magazine, and then they say like this, they go, Michael DiGiacomo? Yes, the doctor will see you now. The doctor will see you now. It means the doctor is ready to see you. It seems like the dog won't eat that dog food. We should try another brand. It seems like the dog won't eat that food. We should try another brand. Okay? In other words, the dog is not willing to or not ready to eat that food. Okay? So, the doctor will see you now. If you watch TV dramas like a medical drama, you hear that all the time. Yes, the doctor will see you on the 3rd floor, or the doctor will see you now. That's will. Okay. Will. I did say there was 11, right? What did I say? 11 ways? 10 ways to use will? I forgot. 10 ways. We use will when we talk about things that generally happen. Things that generally happen. If you pour this oil into the water, it will float on top. It's things that generally happen. If you pour this oil into the water, it will float on top, right? Because that's what happens generally. Generally. If I put my dogs in the backyard and I don't go outside, Rosie will knock on the door. In bad weather, it's understandable that car accidents will happen. How would that then be different from the use of the present tense? You mean in this case? You can use the present tense. If you pour this oil into the water, it floats on top. But that's a correct sentence. Okay, because we use the simple present when we talk about a fact. But the nuance is that this is what generally happens. You know, if you try to touch my dog's head, he will bite you. Okay? That's what generally happens. Okay? The simple present talks about what happens all the time. Okay? Water freezes at 0 degrees, right? That's a scientific fact. So, drivers stop at the red light, right? Drivers stop at the red light. That's a fact. That's a usual situation. But sometimes drivers will try to avoid the red light. Okay? That's what generally happens. Lolly, thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. What else do we have today? By the way, if you've just joined and you want to get a copy of this document, go here. Go to myhappyenglish.com/YouTube. There will be a link in the video below when we're done. And you can download this for free. You just have to put in your name and your email. In this context, are they the same? The earth goes around the sun and the earth will go around the sun. So, Ochan, great question. That's a great question. The earth goes around the sun is a fact, unless you believe that the earth is flat. The earth goes around the sun. That's a fact. The earth will go around the sun forever. I don't know. I think they're not the same thing. I think if you want to talk about a scientific fact, you have to use a simple present. The earth goes around the sun. The moon goes around the earth. Okay? We use will when we talk about things that generally happen, not always happen. Okay? Because if you pour this oil into the water, it'll float on top. That's generally what happens, unless there's a temperature issue or an air pressure issue, right? That's not a scientific fact. But the earth going around the sun, that's a scientific fact. So we need the simple present for that. All right. Thank you, Fab, as in fabulous. Much appreciated. I really appreciate everyone who sent a tip today. That's very kind of you. All right. We use will be plus an adjective when we talk about future situations. Jenny is coming to New York next week. I'll be happy if I can get the chance to see her. I'll be happy if I can get the chance to see her. I'm working late tonight, so I'm sure I'll be hungry when I'm finished work. Okay? I'm sure I'll be hungry when I'm finished work. All right, and then in the interest of time, 2 more. Note, when you need the scientific fact, you need to use a simple present tense. Ochan, thank you very much for taking notes. Will be plus a gerund to talk about future situations. My vacation is coming soon. By this time next week, I'll be sitting on a beach looking at the sunset. Oh, sorry. Have a nice trip to France. I'll be thinking about you while you're gone. Okay, so we use I'll be plus ing to talk about future situations. And then one more. And this is very, very formal and usually used for written English. But will be plus the PP verb. The meeting will be held on Monday in the grand ballroom of the hotel. Okay, the passive voice. If you're a passive voice fan, the vacation planner said that everything will be taken care of before we get there. Everything will be taken care of before we get there. Okay? All right. So, quick review. Future situations. I'll be sitting on a beach looking at the sunset. Again, you can download this document. Thinking of you doesn't indicate a romantic relationship. No. Nope. Again, Esit, it depends on the context. It depends on the context. Once this lesson is over, I will be thinking about you all day. Depends on the context. I have 3 meetings in a row tomorrow, so I'll be getting sick and tired of that situation. Nice. Somehow I think that's a true situation. I'll be happy if I can see you next week. I'll be happy if I can see you next week here. We use will when we talk about things that generally happen. If you pour oil on the water, it will float on top. This is a review, by the way. Yes. The doctor will see you now. He's ready to see you. All students will wear a uniform when giving rules. Okay? The bartender says, "Hey, what do you have, eh?" Right, would you? Would you send me the invoice, right? Would is more polite. Will you stop talking? Very angry. Ooh, I'll get it. And maybe I'll stay home and clean the garage. I think this is the most important thing from today. Maybe plus will. And then as a noun, the will is the legal document that says who will receive your property. And then will is your desire. All right. I'm going to post that document in a few minutes. So you have to go to here, myhappyenglish.com/YouTube. You put in your name and your email address, and you can catch that document. So that, my friends, is all the time that we have for today's live English lesson on YouTube. 6 months of live English lessons. Thank you very, very much. I will be back next time at the same time. next week at the same time. And don't forget, tomorrow on Hello Talk, TOEIC Tuesday, and on Clubhouse, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's tomorrow too. Thank you so much for, and also live on Instagram Friday. So 5 live lessons this week. Again, all right, that is all the time we have for today's English lesson. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone's comments and your English examples. Keep writing, keep studying, and remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on that journey. Thank you so much for learning English with me today. Have a great day. See you next time.